Alright folks, welcome to the Daily Rift. I am Pat the Twiz Harrison, and today I'm going to be your host for this replay. And today I kind of chose something a little bit different. Normally I don't do a lot of team versus team stuff, but this is actually something from the Go4LoL Cup. And the reason I did this is just I played a lot of ranked solo yesterday, and nobody really understood the concept of roaming, so this should be a pretty good game. As Fat Shady says, it was a lot of roaming cow, so let's go ahead and take a look at everything that's going on here. As the game is just coming up now, we have Fat Shady 912 rocking out our roaming cow. It's going to be Alistar. Nick's brother is going to be on Singed. Sexy Fate as Rise. Carnivorous as a Mumu. And Loop K as Corky. And that's going to round out the blue team today. As we head on over to the purple team, as we have Black Storm 69 as Cho'Gath. Shinobi is going to be the Ghost Nocturne. And T-Shirt, I guess that's how I say it, T-Shirt, is Lux. Commando 55551 is Swain, and I see what you did there. And looks like immediately these guys are running right after Cho'Gath. Lux, position yourself in the bush, Snare is out. That's going to be holding Singe back. Singe going to take that Rupture as well, with another follow-up shot from Lux. Immediately going to put Singe down in some health, but yeah, he's going to back and make sure that he gets regen there. CV out, and these guys might try to push forward here and grab him. They do not. But yeah, Commando 551 is Swain, and I see what you did there, is going to be Ash. So a lot of good starting items here, some Sapphire Crystals and some health potions that we're seeing on Rise and Singe, so those are going to be built into the early catalysts to help them hold out in the lane. Alistar, since he is roaming, picking up those boots of speeds, health, and mana potions, and then the Doran's Shield is what we're going to be seeing on Corky. And just a little glimpse of what we got from the purple team here. Cho'Gath with the Doran's Ring, T-Shirt as Lux with the Doran's Ring, and Swain with the Doran's Ring as well. So rocking out those Doran rings for the purple team. Looks like Alistar kind of hiding out in this bush here, and they may attempt to go for this early gank on middle, which is seen quite often here. So Corky will come up, pretend like he's farming the lane like normal. Alistar will post up in this bush right here, and then we'll see him come in and basically take down the middle lane. Not necessarily kill them, but at least damage them enough that the middle's going to continue to have lane control. So they go helping out with the blue buff there. And now we see Corky coming towards the middle lane. And Alistar just going to head up top. Ash wasn't trying to be aggressive there and hit any of the pokes, so he's now going to go top with Rise and maybe try to get a little bit of action here on Cho'Gath. And there we're going to see the Pulverize. Snare from Rise there, and Rupture from Cho'Gath not hitting anybody. And this is basically what we're going to be seeing Alistar do the majority of this game, is just roaming and ganking, which is a very, very good tactic that you usually see in higher elo play, not too much in lower elo play. It looks like he's going after Cho'Gath up here too. One more time, trying to just take him down. Cho'Gath down to 2 bars, and he does not have any health regen right now. So he's going to have to play either A, play very, very passive, or B, decide he wants to not gain any levels and then back. So now we're going to see Alistar now make his path into the jungle here, where he's going to go after whoever they have jungling. So red buff's still there. Nocturne now coming out and going actually after Rise. Nocturne being taken down to very, very low health here. Alistar trying to come from behind, and he's going to actually catch Nocturne here. Nocturne going after one more time. Oh, will he get it? Pulverize, and down he goes. First blood. Fat Shady 912 drawing the first blood there, and that was basically a counter gank. Cho'Gath is kind of posted up in the bush here. Feral Scream's going to silence these guys so they can't actually get him. Will he go down? Headbutt, along with an auto attack and a couple skills from Rise, is going to be taking Cho'Gath down now too. So 2-0 is the score right now. And again, guys, like I said, pay attention to what this cow is doing, because he is playing this absolutely right here, as he's just roaming through, not staying in a lane very long. He's going to stay up here and just go ahead and do a little bit of push. So you now see his 3 skills that he has. He has 1 in Headbutt, 1 in Pulverize, and then 1 in the Triumphant Roar, just so he can have a little bit of healing. Especially if he chooses to go Sheen, you definitely want 1 in Triumphant Roar, just so you get that extra, very easy skill to buff up there and get that Sheen proc on. And we see a tower already taken to half health. Cho's probably going to be coming up here in just a second. Nocturne may have to leave his jungle and come help to defend this as well. So here comes Cho'Gath back now. And that tower just annihilated there. So much health being taken from that. Singed actually going to be the only person really rocking a solo lane other than Corky right now, as he has just been posted up down here at the bottom lane against Lux and Swain. And he seems like he's doing all right here. Pretty harass-heavy lane out of these two champions. So he may have a little bit of trouble and may need some help later on in this game here. But he is at 13 CS right now, where we're seeing Lux at 12, Swain at 10. The big thing to pay attention to, obviously, is going to be Corky in middle. Corky sitting at 25. Ash only at 15 right now, so Corky doing a good job harassing and zoning Ash out in the middle lane. So our cow has teleported back, and he is now beginning his roam again. Amumu coming from the jungle here, and he's going to position himself at the bottom lane and attempt to go for a gank here. CV did go out, so they were able to spot him. I believe that's Lux that's rocking the CV for their team there. Yep. One odd thing is that we're not seeing a clairvoyance out of the blue team. So nobody on blue team does have clairvoyance. Normally this is something you'd see Alistar using, taking the clairvoyance and flash. So some pretty good warding going on right now. It's some strong defensive warding, and as well as it could be used as offensive warding depending on where they're going at and if he's going to roam this jungle, which is what he's been doing. The red buff is up, so we may wait here a couple seconds. Nope, he's going to drop a ward down there as well. So most of the pathing in the jungle is warded up, and he's now got his eyes set on
an enemy has been slain.
Ash here, who has not had an opportunity to play very aggressive at all. And Alistar just going to hang out here and gather up a little bit of EXP and try to get to level 4 before he moves on to his next gank. Which is almost there. He hits level 4, and now you're going to see him kind of... well, he shouldn't hang around here too much longer. He's going to give a heal to Corky, and now he's going to peace out. Singed having these guys all the way pushed up to the tower here. He did reach level 6, so he does have his ultimate. So Nocturne, he's actually able to catch Nocturne. Headbutt, pulverize, nope, pulverize, headbutt back. So entering with the pulverize first, and there we see Singed going after him. Corky following up from middle lane, and they are now chasing down this Nocturne. Flash over from Corky, and he will go down to the ignite from Corky. Ash are there to try to save him, but that was not going to be enough, as Nocturne does drop down and die right there in front of all of us. From a 4-man gank. Did a good job trying to push through and survive that, but Nocturne now 0-2 and only at 15 CS from his jungle right now. If you compare that to Amumu already at 25, so 10 CS ahead right now, and obviously not down 2 deaths. Nocturne sitting at level 4, Amumu already at level 6, so Amumu definitely in his ganking phase right now, as he's now began to wander himself into the jungle here. Alistar now covering the middle lane. So let's look at item builds. Common stuff you'll see on Alistar. Well, he goes Philosopher Stones. A lot of times you'll see the Sheen. Alistar rocking out the Sheen. Tear of the Goddess. So he's going straight to Archangels. Singed is going to build his Kata as soon as he gets the opportunity to go back. So it won't be too long before we see somebody begin to float down here and relieve him from his lane. Corky picking up the Tear of the Goddess early as well, so he's going to be going for that early Mana Immune. Cho'Gath hasn't got a chance to get very much farm, so he still just only with his Doran's Ring and then some consumables, but he does not even know what's getting ready to happen. As Alistar coming up behind him. Alistar, he does flash over it, pulverize, reposition for the headbutt back. Amumu and Rise all here, and Cho'Gath in a bad situation. Amumu all coming down to make sure that he gets finished off, and down he goes. Sexy Fate playing Rise going to be the one to finish that up. So Alistar just walks right up to him, taps that pulverize, and then boom. Goes right around to the side. Headbutts him backwards. And down they go. So a lot of people, you need to know when you're going to do this pulverize like headbutt, or when you're going to do headbutt pulverize. Because if you do headbutt then pulverize pretty much at the same time, when you get in there, you'll actually hit them and then do the knock-up right afterwards, so it won't actually bounce them back. But right there, you can see by how he positioned himself for that pulverize. Moved over, headbutted them backwards, gave them that much more time and put him that much further away from that tower, and made it so he wasn't going to be able to escape that gank. So the score right now 5-0 in favor of the blue team. And Alistar just covering this lane while Rise goes back. And that's how he's getting his levels. If you notice, he really hasn't been positioned in one lane the entire time. Lux coming up top lane to help out Cho'Gath. Lucid Singularity going off into there, but Rise immediately going after Lux. And there we're seeing the Pulverize. He does get snared. Lux almost ready to go down. Lux does drop down. And now looks like they're going to be going after Cho'Gath as well. Cho'Gath nearly down. Amumu seeing that and coming in and responding to that as well. And down goes Cho'Gath here. So what a quick response from Amumu as he comes out of the jungle, realizing that the gank was taking place. And that's going to put these guys in a position to take down this turret as well. 7-0 is the score. And obviously this roaming Alistar has definitely made the difference throughout this game, as he has set the pace to make sure that all of these lanes are going to be winning. Ashe and Corki still at level 8, but you can see that Ashe has 53 CS, Corki has 60 CS. So Ashe is doing Corki's doing a very good job of making sure that he's gathering up the last hits. And then Amumu and Alistar are going to be what comes in and positions Ashe back so that Corki can even get a little bit of leveling on there. Nocturne, being underleveled as he is, decides to come out of the jungle here and try to gather up some of this farm at the top lane. Lux there as well, so none of this is going to help him. Swain deciding he's going to solo take on Singed at the bottom. Singed does get an opportunity to go back. He picks up that Catalyst. Swain grabs a nothing yet. He still just have boots. Looks like he just picked up the boots, but not a huge bonus for him there. And Alistar picking up a Heart of Gold. And Amumu grabs his Heart of Gold as well. And you see Amumu and Alistar both with wards. Alistar actually with 5 wards. And they are going to grab the first dragon here. Nothing the purple team's going to really be able to do to stop them. Purple beginning to gather up in middle here and just realizing maybe it's an opportunity for them to push. Alistar's roaming back through the jungle. Swain deciding he's going to come push middle as well. And now Sin's just going to go right into this mess. Does get snared by Lux, but that's not going to stop all these guys from in here now. Darkness from Nocturne, so we're not actually able to see what's going on right now. But Nocturne at very low health as he does die there. Wow. And now they begin to chase down Ashe. Looks like Fat Shady going to use the Ghost there, but not going to be quick enough to catch Ashe as Ashe flashes away out of that fight. And now they're at the middle tower. So Purple Team was aggressive there and deciding they were going to be a little bit more offensive and try to take a tower. And that is actually... Oh! Singed moving away and blocking that arrow there as it was going straight towards Amumu. And down, look at Lux just drop there. Not her day. These guys are just going to come in here and try to get this middle tower down. But like I was saying, Purple Team thinking they were going to be the aggressors there and get an opportunity to take down a tower. This has all just turned bad on them, as now they have lost the middle tower in the middle in that fight. So not only does that take it 11-0 right now as far as kills, but Blue Team's just dominating. And again, the reason I did this replay is I really wanted to put a lot of emphasis on how important a roaming champion is during the game. Now, what you're seeing done with Alistar can also be done with Janna. It can also be done with Taric. Really, really easily with those ones. Just because they're champions that don't require that early level that you have to have. And they're not gold-dependent champions, so they don't need to sit there and gather the farm. They can just sit and float around the jungle and do stuff like this. Like what we're seeing Alistar doing, and just hitting Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath trying to go for the Rupture. Rise sneaking up from behind. Cho'Gath with the flash up and over Alistar. Now ghosting out of there. Feral Scream to try to keep him from going down. Lux trying to come in and save. We see the Binding Light going in there as well as Lucid Singularity, and that's going to be enough to push these guys back out of here. The rest of the purple team is missing now, and now we're going to see these guys just go and gather up this farm that's accumulated in the middle and the top lane. Lux possibly going to chase here. Warding, another key thing that you're going to see here. Alistar's main goal in this game has been warding. He has carried wards on him the entire time. He has 1 ward right now. He's probably going to go back and buy 4 more wards because the cap is now at 5. Picks up another Heart of Gold, 553 gold left. Sells his Mana Pot, Sapphire Crystal, and a couple more wards. Maxes his money out on wards. So there we see him up to 3 wards. Nocturne is kind of positioned down in this bush that we're looking at here. Amumu positioned here along with Singed, so they may attempt to go in here. The Warded Dragon spotting Singed or Swain as well as Lux coming back towards the bottom lane. 2v3 situation. You see Corki immediately noticing this and responding as he maneuvers from middle, and he's now coming to the bottom lane. So map awareness is very much a key thing that we're seeing in this play here. A lot of people would stay and attempt to farm a lane. Well, this lane's already pushed. And now these guys are attempting to go in on this. And we see Swain, Nocturne, everybody here, but they don't know Corki's going to be coming right around here. Once they're able to commit themselves to the fight, we'll see Corki jump out here and basically just attempt to wreck these guys. There is a tower up here that's going to be saving them, but that's really not going to do a lot because Alistar is a very good, viable champion for doing early tower dives. He can just pop his ultimate that's going to get him out of any kind of snare that's going to go there, and he'll dive that tower and push these guys out so that his team's going to be given the opportunity to kill, which is exactly what we're seeing now. Alistar positioning himself around from the back now, and he's going to choose his targets wisely as it's now 4v4 situation. Alistar going in, pulverize, Headbutt's going to push Ashe out into the team here, and Ashe is going to immediately fall down to these guys, and now we're seeing Alistar with his ultimate off as he is chasing down Swain and Lux. The bottom lane, just in a bad spot here. Headbutt is going to try to get around for the pulverize, and now Fat Shady taking a lot of damage from this tower here.
Killing spree.
Swain with the chase all the way through there, Singed with the chase all the way through there and killing Swain. Clairvoyance does go out. Lux possibly going to do something here. No, we do see Nocturne come around. Corki flash up and over the wall. Ultimate from Mumu, and that's going to be killing Lux. Nocturne's going to be in this area here, possibly going after him. And now we're going to see Corki try to gather up here and see if they can take him out. Singed here as well. And now Nocturne's going to be the one that's fleeing, but he is getting thrown back, and the Gatling gun from Corki is going to finish him off here. And he goes kaboom and dies, or whatever Nocturne the Ghost does. Disappears off into the abyss. "15 minutes, 45 seconds into the game, and I honestly feel that we're about 5 minutes away from a surrender here."
Your team has destroyed a turret.
So they are able to pick up the bottom tower. That drops down. Falls at the hands of, looks like Singed down here. Alistar still with the reward, so now he's going to go through. Same positional warding again. Red buff is up. That's the first thing you check for. Nocturne's going to go after that red buff, but Alistar there and does have it warded. Another ward dropping into that bush here so that he can see what's going on. Nocturne trying to be a little bit aggressive, but immediately going right after his wraiths. And Alistar's going to hang out in this area and keep him pushed back. But Alistar really needs to make sure not to overextend, as we do see Swain and Lux both coming around the corner here. Stun from Swain, nowhere near, because he did think that Alistar was going to be chasing. Lux coming back around the side. I believe that they... no, they didn't even have CV up for that. We're seeing a Mumu and Singed. Rise even coming up around here now, as you know they're going to be need to put in a position here to defend this red buff. So Alistar now coming here. This little puddle here is going to indicate that that's where Swain, or not Swain, but Nocturne has actually gone to. So you've seen that puddle from his skill, as you know that he's at double golems now. Does finish that up. The rest of the team now going middle lane. Looks like Amumu is going to be committing himself to this fight. Ashe is going to hold him into place. Alistar attempting to come around from the back here as Amumu taking a lot of damage here. Nocturne's ultimate is off, and Alistar is going to be here all alone. Will he be the first person to die on their team right now as he's attempting to solo them 1v4? His ult is off, and he is being put in a bad spot here as he is starting to go down. A nice little save there. Oh! He gets out of there, and he does not die still. Nobody from this team has died yet. No, finally, Rise does die. Ashe able to kill Rise there, and they're beginning to try to chase after that Ashe. Swain possibly going to get killed here. No, he's at 55 health, running away. Corki Valkyrie up and over the wall. Only one of them going to die there. 19-1's the score right now. Blue in a dominating lead here. Alistar doing a phenomenal job roaming through this map and just making sure that all the lanes were winning early, and that's been the key to their success here. A lot of people at a mid to low elo don't even realize that this roaming position's even available or up for choosing. So watch, after this video, we're probably going to see a lot more stuff like that going on. There's the sheet that I had talked about. Oh, excuse me there. 2 hearts of gold. Good income because he's not in a lane farming. He's only gathering money from ganks. But he is 4-0. Normally you wouldn't see him... Well, I guess he really hasn't intentionally taken any kills. 18 minutes, 52 seconds into this game, guys. CS in middle went like this. 118's where Corky's at, 84 where Ash is. So Corky doing a very, very dominating job. And now we see Lux and Swain both kind of hanging out here in the jungle. But they don't even realize that Ryze and Singed are there. Alistar doing the headbutts to position her back. They know that Swain's going to go down. Lux flashing up and over. Alistar now trying to run over here. He's going to move out of the way so Singed gets the opportunity there. Ryze getting snared back from the binding light. We see a flash, pulverized headbutt, knocking her back, and she dies here as well. (21-1). As we're now 19 minutes, 33 seconds. This could be a very, very early game. Which is actually nice. A couple of the past ones that I've casted have been longer. It's a little bit more difficult to do the dailies. Oh, these guys going in at middle. Nocturne really being pushed out of position. There's Alistar coming in from behind, and immediately they turned all their focus onto Ashe, as we're going to see Ashe being killed as well. The Ignite from Corky's going to finish that up. And middle tower going down. Like I said, a lot of these ones that I've been casting have been 50 minutes long. It's not bad doing an actual shoutcast that's 50 minutes long when you have a co-caster. When you're by yourself, it's a little bit more difficult. Pulverize, headbutt, and look at that, shots through the wall there. And there we see it. This game is over. They have chosen to surrender. But the roaming cow picks up the W for this team here as Fatch8512 and his team move on. I don't know exactly how their Go4LoL stuff finished, but they did a very good job, at least in this match here that we got the opportunity to see. So thank you again for joining me on the Daily Rift, and adios, guys.